The Dark Immortal by Eric Pinkel. The Dark Immortal is the continuing epic struggle of good versus evil, light versus darkness. This historical fiction, set in the 1400s, spans the globe from northern Europe to the distant Himalayas, set against the backdrop of the Dark Ages during the Ottoman Wars and the fall of Constantinople. The story follows the journey of Vladimir Tepish and Thorin Verdox, brought together to recover an ancient artifact for a world on the brink of destruction. Together, leading a troop of knights of Constantine's elite guard, they venture into the darkest heart of Africa, only to discover that the hope of empires is an unimaginable evil, with the power to twist the valiant hearts of heroes to the blackness beyond the grave. Forced to flee the undead horrors of the fallen, one broken man must unravel the mysteries of the past, trek the world's highest peaks, and pierce the very veil of Shangri-La. Humanity's fate hangs in the balance as prophecies unfold in the shadow of the rise of the Dark Immortal. The Dark Immortal, Part 1. Prologue. Intro to Master Zon, 1447, Arren, northern Sweden. The hawk's golden brown feathers rippled in the cooling spring air as it soared on the rising thermals over the broad river valley. Intuition guided its rising spiral flight between the steep, rugged mountains of its northern hunting ground. Its sharp black eyes scanned down, alert for the smallest movement of scurrying prey amid the boulder-strewn grasses. Spreading its wings, pushing its body higher against the swirling winds, it suddenly caught sight of a glint on the edge of its vision. The hawk immediately recognized the swaying motion from long years of experience hunting for its master. Screaming out a call that echoed off the surrounding mountains, it wheeled about, folded its body into a bullet, and dove in the direction of home. The massive black stallion heaved its sweating body through the dense underbrush and up the steep incline. Yah! Yah! The thick-muscled, black leather-clad rider grunted as he twisted fingers around the reins, guiding the horse up the edge of the rocky ravine. Angry scrub brush and dense shrubbery clawed at the rider's thick ebony leather boots and crisscrossed leggings, trying to drag him from his mount. With a shake, the steed broke from the undergrowth of mountain pines, slapping hard across its flank. The horse reared up, blocking the brilliant sun burning in the open cobalt sky as Master Zon pulled back hard on the bridle. The bristling steed's hooves slammed down inches from the cliff's edge, scattering a cascade of broken shale spiraling down to the distant valley floor. As the horse paused on the rocky outcrop, Zon straightened his back and released the tension on the reins in a long, slow exhale. Removing a large-brimmed, dark fur-lined hat of his Mongolian ancestors, he let the cool breezes and the sun spill over the broad Asian features of his dark, weathered face. He slowly reached gloved hands down and stroked the stallion's mane, quickly calming the still laboring beast. "Good climbing," he breathed. Only moments ago, while grazing the stallion just off the path from Hightower, he had heard the call of the hawk. He had recognized the bird's echoing warning cry and had instantly made for the upper King's Walk ridge. The intricate black lacquered breastplate, embossed with the crest of the House of Verdox, glinted in the afternoon sun as Zon vaulted from the horse in a single smooth motion, landing cat-like on the edge of the precipice. Shielding his almond eyes from the brightness, he stood erect, searching the air over the valley below. Again, the call of the hawk instantly whipped his head to the east as a blur of black hurtled toward him. With the practice of years, he quickly snapped out his leather-clad arm, just as an explosion of wings burst into the space immediately to his right. Zon's dense corded shoulder muscles flexed as he felt the familiar heavy impact on his arm as the hawk's claws sank into the grooved grips on the heavy burning gauntlet. Within seconds, all was at peace. The massive, unwavering hawk stood ramrod straight on his arms, looking deep into his eyes. "What did you see, Saruman?" Zahn said slowly. "I heard your warning call." The bird continued to stare in silence, its head slowly tilting in understanding as it readjusted its grip on his arms. The dark green aspen branches lining the ridge creaked, and the wind played across the feathers of its beautiful crown as its eyes continued to watch him with intelligent intensity. Slowly, rotating only its head in the direction of the end of the long valley, it quickly swelled, and once again screamed its shrill and piercing warning into the blue. Zahn gazed long into the distance, but could see little detail through the bluish haze of the late afternoon day. However, more than 2 decades of hunting with the hawk assured Zahn that something was approaching. So in a sweeping single fluid motion, arm locked out, he and the hawk slowly folded down onto the ledge into the position of the Buddha, to wait. Drawing on a deep inner peace, Zahn fixed his view into the distance. The scene from this ridge had always reminded him of his humble beginnings with the clan Verdocks, and his mind returned to that day a lifetime removed.